welcome back to a fresh episode of Under the Hood, and let me first introduce to you the main attraction which is behind me, but more importantly we have Mr. Rajeev Chauhan sir, who heads passenger electric vehicles for BYD India, and today we are going to be talking to him, getting some insights on BYD and its latest launch, which is the eMAX 7, so stay tuned. It is a family car and an electric car also. Of course, from BYD we have seen the E6 before. So could you, for our audience, make it clear, would they be right in thinking that this is an E6 facelift, or is this something completely different?
Okay, I would say that this is not just a facelift. This is the next generation. As we hear the terms with global manufacturers, full model change. So this is something in that league itself. E6 was the first car, but in just 3 years, we've been able to listen to the customers, find out what is missing in the car. Perhaps you heard the clip as well. We played the 6-seater and 7-seater options were missed. And the customers really needed those features. But then that's not only thing. There are horde of technologies which are going into this car. They are under the hood, like the 8-in-1 technology, which is a highly acclaimed electric powertrain. And then we have blade battery come and sitting into this car, which is making this car safe to be used by our consumers, even safer to be used by our consumers. The range is extended a bit as well. So, so this is not just a, small model change.
Correct.
This is the next generation of electric MPV car in India. And this is, I would say that this is the first in its segment, a full-size electric MPV. There's no other car.
And one concern that I have heard with people is that, and certainly the car looks prettier, it is much more well appointed now. So do you think that it would appeal to the private buyer more rather than fleet owners only? Something that we had seen with the E6 earlier, maybe not this time around?
Mm-hmm. Sure, yes, I expected this, but then it's been 6 months. Even before 6 months, we were clear that what direction we are heading. The equation was 70-30, 70% fleet owners and 30% private use.
Okay.
That was the case with E6. We wanted to just turn it around, and the fleet definitely comes as a bonus, but the 70% we have tried to position and put this car for the personal use, and therefore you see all these gadgets. There is multimedia screens, which is the latest multimedia screen available with BYD, the 6-seater, 7-seater options for the family.
Yeah.
So these are all the reasons that we feel that this car should appeal to the private users. So 70%, 30%. Bonus. Fleet is definitely the bonus. Fleet people, of course.
Please
the car
go
is,
ahead.
So therefore we launched all the versions right away.
So, coming to that point, now the eMAX 7 is getting the very loved and typical BYD thing of that rotating 12.8-inch infotainment screen. It gets ventilated seats, and it even offers up to 530 kilometers of range. So I think that turning that 70-30 around, I think that is a good way, a good approach towards that. The starting prices for this is around rupees 26.9 lakh, right? It goes up till 29.9 lakh with the battery and everything. So I wanted to know, why have you not, or will you consider battery as a service system, because that is also a creative model that we are seeing coming into the country in order to attract more buyers into the EV fold. Is that something that you would consider in the future?
We've just learned that from one of the competitors. we are still exploring that what are the nitty-gritties. But as far as this car is concerned, there is nothing like that which we are offering. But yes, exploration is always on. In near future, there is not a possibility of going into battery as a service.
Okay.
But our eyes and ears are open.
Correct.
We are continuously studying this and seeing how does it impact the end user. Is it value for money? So we are under exploration phase.
Okay. So moreover, again, coming to other competitors, right now we are seeing that they are going over and above with even offering lifetime battery warranties for the first owners. So is that a sustainable model in your eyes, or do you think that already like BYD offers 8 years, 1,60,000 kilometers or 1,50,000 kilometers, that is more than enough for the first owner themselves? What is your viewpoint on competitors coming up with these new schemes?
Yeah, this is a brand new thing which has just appeared, that lifetime warranty for an electric car. I think at this point of time, we are not considering that because we have to be doubly sure to really offer that kind of a offer to the consumer. So we will investigate a bit more, see what are the overall market dynamics, but whenever we promise, whatever we promise, that has to be fulfilled as well. I can give you one example that how we want to be doubly sure. When BYD says that this car has this range, it is approximately that amount of range that we are able to give. Of course, a little bit of here and there does happen. So that is the kind of promise that we want to maintain. So just by saying and announcing that we are ready for a lifetime warranty, I think we are not ready.
That is what I was about to come to, sir, because of course the car is much more high-tech now, if I may say. But at the heart of these BYD vehicles that we have seen and I am pretty impressed with is the blade technology. And I would like you to just give a brief reminder to our viewers of why blade technology is able to, fulfill that promise of range much closer than what we have seen with other battery chemistries and all.
Okay. So the blade battery, by the literal name of the blade battery, one cell is in the form of a blade. It's a large blade, and then you pack blade after blade after blade, and then it becomes a combined pack. It forms a honeycomb structure. So that honeycomb structure is giving the rigidity, the strength. We saw that strength, even a very, very heavy vehicle can pass over a blade battery. So from a strength point of view, it is great. But yes, the unique design of having the cell in the blade format allows this battery to absorb anything which can really pierce through a battery and create thermal runaways, and the situation becomes unsafe. So with this unique design, there is a lot of heat dissipation possible because this is exposed. There are so many blades stacked one after another. So that is a big win as far as battery safety is considered through this technology. So the concepts or the physics of this technology is not something which is not known.
Correct.
But I think it takes a lot of effort, lot of development work, how to join these blades, how to work on these blades, how do they talk to each other, how they are connected. So in that sense, I would say a massive research has been done, and this is almost like a integral part of a platform that BYD is announcing. That E3.0, yes, blade battery is part of that platform.
So my last question to you would be that it's a question I will divide it into 3 parts. First, how has the response been for the Atto 3 since the localization has increased? And is there any plans for increasing localization for other models as well? Where are we going with BYD India, and what can the customer expect? Any other new models?
I would say that as far as Atto 3 is considered, we launched this car in 2023, late 2022, available to the customers early 2023. So it's been there for quite some time. But then in July, we wanted to expose the customers to few other variants which come at slightly lower price points.
Correct.
So that was the major step in terms of our product strategy. And then instead of just one, we have now 3 variants. So that is making the number of sales, the number of bookings, the number of inquiries quite a lot. So that is one thing which has happened. We expect something similar. We learnt our lesson, and therefore we are ready with 2 variants, 4 combinations
from the get-go.
from the start itself.
All right.
So I think that's how.
I hope you guys also, consider getting more variants for the C, because I really like that car. Thank you so much for speaking to us, taking out the time.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Catch you guys on the next one.